Whenever you come across this tarot reading, there are people out there that feel like your energy, your auric field is the lottery. All right, now you could be any zodiac sign. The reading is general and timeless, so just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. We do have on the bottom of both of these decks, Third Eye, Archangel Metatron, and then Trust and Strategy. There might even be people who feel as if you're secretive in some way, shape, or form. People feel like you move like a chess piece. Okay, and there's like some hidden mysteries behind that. But whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. The reading is general and timeless for all zodiac signs. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, or to join any of our upcoming workshops, check out the box below. It does have everything that you will need. So we do have here the Temple Path, Crown Chakra, Archangel Uriel, Woman Holding a Coin. Now here's the thing though, people feel as if you are blessed and anointed by God. All right, people feel like you're chosen, but people feel like you're lucky and anointed, and that's the key thing here. Now, as far as revealing the deeper mysteries behind it, we do have the resting tree, patience and stillness, and we do have the chess queen or king. That's part of your secret here. There's some aspect about patience and the journey. Now, for some of you, you've been through way more than what you look like or what people know about you. You know, where say you've opened up to someone about your life. 144 as I say that. So you could be seeing the number 144. You know, some people you've opened up to them about your life. What they don't realize is they actually still don't have the full story. You have a few different, events or stories, but people don't know your story. That's also what's coming through here. We have Third Eye, Visionary Imhotep. It almost feels as if someone is, or people are awakening to who you are, to your anointing here. All right, so we'll grab another card from this deck over here. We're going to grab from this deck. What do we have for the collective today? What do we have for the collective on? People feel as if your energy is the lottery. Now, I'm also hearing that you spiritually bless people. We have justice over here, okay? You sometimes bring justice to people's lives, but just with your presence. Yeah, it's like people can tell a difference of when you're in their life and when you're not in their life. For the collective here today on, people feel as if your energy is the lottery. Why do we have the Temple Path, Crown Chakra, Woman Holding a Coin? Oh no. But there's someone watching you on social media that does not quite agree with you. Doesn't quite like you in some way, shape, or form. We do have sneaky. There's a fake profile. There's a conflict you don't quite see. And you're protected from it. We have sneaky, fake profile hiding from you, behind the scenes, social media. Someone's clashing with you, but you're unaware of it. 333 as I say that. Okay, so yeah, someone's definitely clashing with you. But again, like you might be just so protected in the shelter of the Almighty over here that you don't even realize it. You don't even know it. All right, and you are showing up as very anointed. Now, why do we have sneaky in conflict for? We have gamble. Ooh. I found it. Depth. No. For anyone who has me on my other channel too, I was talking about the depths of the ocean and hidden treasures that you're going to have to go find it yourself at the depths of the ocean. We have depth, awareness, importance, value. Your energy is naturally like this. That's the key thing here. You're actually showing up as like, say, an alignment, ground. You have the crown chakra here. Everything has come from God. The lottery energy that you hold, it's from God. Somebody feels like you actually play the lottery. You don't gamble. We don't do the I don't know, like patriarchal society. We don't do the lottery. We do God's lottery. Your soul has a winning ticket. And somebody thinks that, look at that, witchcraft gamble. Somebody thinks that you do things. And that's why that you won the lottery or have the lottery energy. It's called hard work, baby. Over here, we have the resting tree, patience and stillness, chess, king or queen. It took time for you to become that person. It took time for you to come into alignment. It took time for whatever it is that you're receiving, even the energy that you hold. It took time and work to hold that frequency, that energy, that truth. So there are people that have conflict and problems and issues with you because they think it's not real. And there's a song, yes, it's by Beyonce. It's called My House. But in the song, she says very sarcastically, "This is real." And I say it like that because that's how she says it in the song. It's meant to be sarcastic, and it's actually in response to people who think that it's fake. This is real. And very confidently, because it's like, to even think that it's like witchcraft, or this or that is funny. And so like, you're going to say it of like, oh, this is real, because that's how confident you are in your alignment, in God, in your anointing. You're so anointed that people may question, is it the lottery? Is it witchcraft? Is it AI? It's God. And that's what I'm seeing in this reading. We're going to get to the tarot. Yeah, gamble. They think that you're risky. They're like, oh, they do things. However, what this is showing here is it's God. This is your anointing. Now, I was hearing, like, you are the lottery. Your energy. There's they're not very old, but there's an older song by Chris Brown. I mean, like early 2000s. So like, it's at least maybe 10 to 20 years old, so it's not like recent, but it's called Lottery. You're like the lottery. You're like the lottery. Yeah. Girl, let me get that number, hit that jackpot. You're like the lottery. Or boy, let me get that number, hit that jackpot. You're like the lottery. And that's the song. So it's Lottery by Chris Brown. You could look up the lyrics. You're like the lottery. And that's what I was hearing in this reading. All right, we're going to get to the tarot here just to see what this is for your journey on your energy is like the lottery. Now, it attracts people. We do have over here King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Four of Cups. Yep, it attracts people who, it brings them in, but then they also may resent you. For the same energy they're attracted and inspired by, people end up resenting you. The Lover's card, the Five of Swords over here. Where it's like people are drawn to your energy of the lottery, but then self-sabotage, resentment, failure. It says inappropriate behavior, lack of communication, intimidation, where it's like people want to be close to you, but then they're like intimidated by the same things they were attracted or inspired by. Now, what do we have for the collective today on the collective's energy is like the lottery? Why do we have the temple path, crown chakra, holding a coin, and patience? Why the Nine of Wands for the collective's energy is like the lottery? For the collective's energy is like the lottery. Why the Nine of Wands here for the collective's energy is like the lottery? Why the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords for the collective's energy is like the lottery? King of Cups wanted to come out. Why the King of Cups for the outcome of... Why the King of Cups for the outcome of your energy is like the lottery? Water is wealth. Why the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles for your energy is like the lottery? You have a really big collaboration coming in or partner. This could be like business partner, career. It can also be love and marriage, because we do have marriage here. It could even be same gender as well. We have the 10 of Cups of marriage, ultimate life, happy life, dream life. Look at that, the Sun card, so joy and happiness. I'm going to grab just one card for these people that have sneaky conflict with you. Now, again, it says fake profile. They're watching you on social media and they're clashing with you. They have different opinions than you, or, we're like, yes, this will attract the soulmates, the opportunities, the wealth, right? That's truly in alignment with you. It's also going to attract those moths over here. Okay, where there are people, say, watching you, your lottery energy, like with a grimace face. Like people who are like cringing, like a grimace face, right? GRIMACE. Like people make that face also when they see you. Understanding too, people kind of make that face when they see wealth sometimes, Now for the collective on, people feel like you are the lottery. Why do we have witchcraft, gamble, sneaky conflict? For people feel like your energy is the lottery. Why do we have the 7 of Pentacles for sneaky conflict, gamble, witchcraft? You could be seeing the number 777. Something along the lines of, with some people, you'll inspire people, you'll also trigger people. Justice. You'll inspire them, you'll trigger them. What is people's relationship to success, to victory, say to money? You could hold it purely. At the end of the day, you're still going to mirror, reflect how people feel about their own relationship to it, about themselves. For the collective here, why do we have gamble, witchcraft, sneaky, conflict? Why the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups for witchcraft, gamble, sneaky, and conflict? Are you dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag over here? Now, we have Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, we got everything. Never mind. We got every sign, okay? You could be anything, any sign. We got everybody. We also have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Why do we have that Queen of Swords that just came out? Nope, you're in your truth. And it does say honest, truthful, frank, protective. God's will, judgment, Page of Swords over here. This is your wish fulfillment. This is truthfully your energy. I have a ear ringing, my right ear rather is ringing as I say that. You're in your truth. And so when people are like, oh no, it's AI, it's magic, they paid for it. You can't pay for ascension. You can't pay for a spiritual awakening. You worked for it. But I'm hearing defying physics. For some of you, does your energy almost seem to defy physics? You worked for that energy. You worked to come into that frequency. You worked for everything that you have. Now, people who are triggered in some way, shape, or form, people maybe who refuse to do the work, take accountability, whatever it may be, the moths to a flame, whatever and whoever it may be, they don't believe that it's real. Black cats can also resonate with you. We have black cats all over this reading. There's someone here that is looking at you through illusion, and they're just like, but how is it happening? But how is that person manifesting that? It's God and it's hard work. Why the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands for witchcraft, gamble, sneaky, conflict? Whoa, so much Aries energy. Are you dealing with an Aries? We have the Emperor card. This could also be someone that you... You defied what they thought you could be or would be. Or for some of you, there could also be say sudden advancement, or you've just had an advancement in your life. But when people secretly dislike you, or when people say have talked about you in the past without you knowing, and then you actually do it, right? And then you actually succeed or advance. It's always going to trigger those people. Why the Queen of Wands and the Emperor for witchcraft, gamble, sneaky, conflict? But you succeed anyway. 6 of Wands. Page of Cups, intuition. Where you're following your intuition here. And for some of you, there's just something where someone didn't think it was going to be you. And you surpass someone's expectations in some way, shape, or form. Now, for the collective here on people feel as if your energy is the lottery. Why the Nine of Wands? For people, look at that Tower card. Why the Nine of Wands and the Tower card? For people feel like your energy. Whoa, look at how those cards are coming out. This one hit my throat here. Four of Wands. Why the Tower card, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Wands? For people feel as if your energy is the lottery. You survived every tower, the World card. Love, Two of Cups. You're blessed, you're anointed. Things are coming in for you because you survived the towers, right? The tower can only knock down false foundations. You did the work, Strength card over here. This is you acquiring inner strength. Now, were you married or was it community? Because we do have marriage, but we also have community on this card. So this is either community, people coming together. This is family, community, or marriage. Whatever resonates with you. Why the Ten of Swords here? For people feel as if your energy is the lottery. Why the Ten of Swords here? Somebody tried to, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Whoa, this reading right here is actually proving the other part of the reading. Someone felt as if it wasn't going to be you. And for some of you, it's like, no, that person, like maybe in like 10 years, 20 years, when that person learns their lesson or whatever it may be. You appeared as a page, but you knew what you were doing. There's someone here that did bring a Ten of Swords, a Five of Swords to you to bring some sort of negative change in, say, finances. Because they felt as if, you know, no, that person, let's destroy that person. You know, like the term, money is the root of all evil. Let's destroy that person. You know, that's like just what I'm hearing, where for some of you, like it could have even felt like the pitchforks, you know, and the torches of people coming for you. You know, like for some of you, I'm hearing witch trials. There's actually a song, and I actually will not say the name of the song. Yeah, I won't say the name of the song. I won't say the name of the artist. But it's basically a song of saying of like, no, they're going to think that you're doing all this energy. When it's like, say, your true power, the power of the ancestors, right? The blessings that are already destined for you. They're going to call it magic when they're baffled by the physics. They call it magic when they're baffled by the physics. They always go to this when they're baffled of the miracles of God. And that's what I'm seeing here. Someone attacked you because they, if anything, couldn't like understand of like, how is that person? You know, like you're the energy of the lottery. But not from the root of all evil, not from greed, not from any of that. You've done the work already. And that's the only reason why you're blessed. Now, why the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles? For the outcome of your energy is like the lottery. There's somebody who regrets it. Is there somebody coming back over here? King of Pentacles. Now, I will say, collective, be careful. Be careful. Where? Always forgive. I mean, I don't have a lot of air. I don't have like Aries and stuff like that in my chart. I'm a Pisces stellium. I'm also a 12th house stellium. So, you know, we're more 8th house, 12th house over here as far as channeling. But I will say when someone, not that certain things are unforgivable, but when someone like say wishes misfortune, chaos, or like death, right? You know, and then death is death and rebirth of like, no, that person needs to this. Be careful about allowing those people back into your life. There's somebody here that falsely attacked you, like that it wasn't necessary. And now I'm seeing that that person wants you back into their life. It could be someone different, but this earth sign's coming up at the end too. It says regret, rejection of offer, missed opportunity, where this person could have been winning with you. For the collective here, why do we have the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups? For their energy feels like the lottery. There's a lot of cards of marriage here. And then we have the Hierophant here. There's somebody that they kind of regret it. They feel as if you guys could have been winning together, and they're like, oh, maybe I didn't have to do all this. Maybe it wasn't that way. Why the Ten of Cups here for the outcome of people feel like your energy is the lottery? Why the Ten of Cups over here for the outcome of people feel as if your energy is the lottery? Could have been, would have been, should have been. Justice card. What I am seeing is you in this earth sign, but again, you know, it could be any, we got all the signs here. It could be any sign. You actually taught someone more of a lesson. We have the Five of Cups, the Justice card. You both were either meant to be married, you were meant to be in a union, doesn't have to be romantic. You guys were all meant to be together. And somebody's learning a lesson of like, oh, it wasn't what I thought that it was. While they see you in a new timeline. Now, what is advice for the collective? What is advice for the collective on your energy is like the lottery? Your energy is like the lottery. Ace of Pentacles, potential for abundance. Seven of Pentacles. You know, you're the type of person that like you'll walk into someone's business. Again, like people will think it's AI, it's bot, it's witchcraft. No, you step into someone's life, their wealth can increase, right? Like they get your protection, this or that. Your energy is like the lottery, and it just is what it is here. Now, what's the advice for the collective on sneaky, conflict, witchcraft, gamble? What's the advice for sneaky, conflict, witchcraft, and gamble? It was a friend. Three of Cups. What's the advice for sneaky, conflict, witchcraft? Queen of Cups. What is the advice for sneaky, conflict, witchcraft, and gamble? What's the advice? This friend, this person is going to try to block you and to stop you. Eight of Cups here. But, you have your back turned to it. You're getting a reward for your hard work. It says feeling trapped, confined, victimized. This person is victimized. And so this person's attacking you from a place of feeling victimized. It says paralyzed by fear and terror, anxious. So there is a friend here, but they're bringing this energy your way, where you cannot control someone for how they make you feel. And sometimes, maybe it is a mirror reflection. Someone wanted you to be powerless, but they were actually coming for God's will for you. Why the Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Swords for advice on witchcraft and gamble? You're still going to make investments anyway. Seven of Pentacles here. Now, what is the advice? What is the advice for the collective? Oh, I like the way that flipped. We do have the Dragon's Duel. Look at that, inner conflict. And so you are mirror reflecting this person's inner conflict, right? And so say, for example, someone believes that money is the root of all evil, and like you're not doing anything. You're mirror reflecting, say, their own money wounds, their self-worth, etc. What do we have for the collective on? Your energy is like the lottery. What do we have for the collective? The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. Okay, you are very protected. Crossbows can also resonate with you. Yeah, where you're also like detached. You're not someone who is clinging to things. You're not greedy. You're not any of those things that they felt and thought that you were. The lady or man of the mirror, reflection, non-judgment. You are simply, again, like say reflecting their self-worth, wounds regarding money, wealth, and prosperity. But it doesn't change who you are and this truthful frequency, right? This wealth frequency that you hold. Now, what do we have for the collective on People feel like you're the lottery. What do we have with the collective on? People feel like you are the lottery. Why Goddess of the Moon for people feel like you are the lottery? We do have the throat chakra over here. Archangel Gabriel can resonate with you. And then Goddess of the Moon is all about the Moon card, Cancerian, 4th house. So it's the subconscious, it's the unconscious, it's mysteries revealed. Why Goddess of the Moon and the throat chakra for Jesus wanted to come out over here. Why Goddess of the Moon and the throat chakra for people feel as if your energy is the lottery. We do have storm warning over here, and then the World. You know, where what I'm seeing is like, say your truth. You are coming into a brand new cycle. It feels like there is some sort of attack on your brand new cycle that you're stepping into. So just being mindful of that. I do want to see what this is. Why do we have storm warning and the World? For people feel as if your energy is the lottery. Cloudy judgment. Yeah, people have bitterness and like resentment over here. Resentment, anger. We have cloudy judgment, illusions, distorted, unbalanced. Where, you know, again, the blessings in your life that are coming in, maybe present in your life right now, there's a whole lot of cloudy judgment regarding you. And so there's also a whole lot of protection that's surrounding you at this time. Why do we have storm warning, the World, Goddess of the Moon, and throat chakra? For people feel as if your energy is the lottery. You're protected because you're telling the truth. Heartstrings, there we go. People, now it does say get pregnant over here. We have the truth and then we have heartstrings. Are people also like emotionally attached to you in some way, shape, or form? We have heartstrings here. Why do we have heartstrings? For people feel as if your energy is the lottery. You're being protected from someone or people. I did say like people are looking you up, like social media conflict. You're being protected and you're telling the truth. We have union over here. So again, it does look like someone kind of wants to make amends, or they're like, oh, okay, that person really was pure. They really were in the truth. We know what you did. And for some of you, you just need to hear these words. I don't know why. Young Metro does not trust you. You know, where it's like, no, we know what you did. There's people here who have emotional attachments to you. And it's almost as if you've ascended into, say, a version of yourself that people do not recognize. And so they're trying to manipulate by keeping you in the older timelines. They're trying to, and that's what people subconsciously, unconsciously do not realize in this reading. People are trying to keep you in a 5 of Pentacles timeline that is not your timeline. It's not your truth. Revealing the truth, union, truth, intentions, honesty, confessions, shedding light. And these people are blind to their own jealousy over here, and then triggers behind that. Where people like will swear there's something like to reveal of like, no, that person, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing witchcraft, whatever. No, actually, they're blinded to, look at that, watching you online. But they're doing it from a place of envy, of jealousy, etc. Now, again, I will say there are people who have a lot of emotions regarding your life for some reason. You know, where people feel a strong way about your life, that maybe your energy is the lottery, you know, whatever it may be. But your truth is very protected. I'm being led to grab from this deck. What is final advice for witchcraft, poker face, conflict, stalking you online? Third eye and the heart. That these people are, you know, having a mirror reflection to them of, no, there's nothing but the heart here. And so shift your perspective. Babaji. Mahavatar, Babaji, soul expansion over here. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance over here. Yeah, you've reclaimed your worth your value. Your heart is open. And that's the only reason why you've been blessed. And so when people, try to come for you, attack you, no, you've done the work. All right, that's what I have for you. We do have Isis magic manifesting. That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.